But what's exciting is that we see a 42% increase in pending business. 42% in pending business coming. And pending business is really a 2 month, 2 to 3 month time frame for real estate. So I think, that means that we had a very busy April, a very busy May, and trending. I think we're going to have a very busy June and July. So now is definitely the time to continue that trend, to continue what you're doing is on your individual production levels and push it. Because again, we're not seeing this across the country. We have a very unique situation. We got some good stuff happening, and now is really the time to buckle down, keep the mindset going, and continue to grow. So our outlook for the rest of the year is busy. I think you're going to be busier. I think you're going to see a lot of business out there. There's a lot of things that are transacting. Connecticut, again, we don't see a change from being a very listing focused. Listings are going under deposit. While you do see some inventory going up, it's not like some other areas like Florida. Um, in Florida, listings are always the name of the game, but you have a lot of inventory. So it's going to be controlling the inventory and working on price reductions. So again, in Connecticut, while you get a listing and it's most of the time it's sold. In Florida, you got to work for the numbers and make sure that you're priced competitively in the market. I was talking to a couple brokers down in the Southwest Florida market, and in a I think it was the 550, 600 price range. Just in one town, they had over 70 listings in a one neighborhood.
Wow.
So that's what you're seeing out there. You have to be very competitive. People are going to be very price driven there. So just be on top of the market, be engaged, have the right mindset, and keep with the trend. We are working hard, and you can see it. We're expecting a very good end of the year. So now's the time to be engaged. PJ.
Yeah, good morning. And, the market, I'm not going to go into too many details about some of the stats, just for the fact that we haven't seen markets change too much, right? What we know about, and I have some slides that'll show you about some different things that are going on industry wide. But look, like Ryan said, Connecticut's a seller's market, Florida's a buyer's market, some interesting things. Um, Naples, that area, the whole area, the average sale price has dropped about 4% year over year. So home prices are settling back in. The interesting thing is we saw an uptick in the amount of units sold in the last couple months in the Naples area compared to 2024. So that could be a positive sign, right? We're getting some more activity, but home prices are dropping. And you go in the Northwest Florida and the Destin market and throughout the Panhandle, home prices are dropping anywhere from 4% to upwards of 8%, depending on exactly where you are. But on the average, it's about 6% average sale price has settled back down. The sales, when you look at the metrics, the number of units have decreased a little bit, and days on the market are going up, but nothing drastic. But it's a theme that we've seen now for quite some time, as we all know it. In Connecticut, hey, it's a seller's market. Now, the amount of units that sold in May compared to last year was up 0.4%, so not even 1%. So again, we have a lack of inventory, everything's selling quickly. Interesting thing is average sale price now has jumped 8% already. So we're
Holy
almost
shit.
halfway through the year. So we're seeing that with that lack of inventory, home prices are going to continue to go up. And I think Naples, along with the Panhandle, we're going to see again buyers market doing that. Now, the thing is, homes are still selling. So, you're getting thousands of homes being sold every single month. And when you're in, say, Destin, okay, your average sale price is over $500,000. When you're in, Naples, I mean, they're in seven figures. Some of our towns in Connecticut are seven figures. The whole state of Connecticut is, you know, pushing over $600,000. So you're talking about thousands of homes with average commission checks of 10, 12, $15,000. So you need to be out there active in that. And there's some things too. Patty, can you show a couple slides here? They just wanted to go over quickly with some people here. So here's an interesting stat. This is actually from Redfin. It's for the month of April. It's not May yet, but here's the interesting thing. There were 500,000 more US home sellers than buyers. So what we started to see, and not in Connecticut though, we know we're not seeing that in Connecticut. What you started to see, and you can see this graph, if you go back when kind of where COVID was, right? All those buyers, you almost need to cut that market out. And if you cut out from say April of 20 when it got hit, and you go fast forward to 2 years of 22, you can see our sellers kind of did drop and they started coming back. They're almost at the level of what we were in 2019. And in Florida, they are at that level. And in Connecticut, we're not there yet, but that's where we're going. Our buyers, if you look, we have about 1.5 million buyers out there right now. It's a little bit less. What we're seeing is the market is really just trying to settle back into what it was now almost 5 years ago. But it took those 2 years. We need to cut that 2 years out. And then you start seeing we had a little bit of a dip. It's just starting to get back. It's trying to normalize itself into that. And we have all these other distractions, whether that's interest rates and different things like that. Patty, next slide. And here's you can see like they do this. The Case Shiller report is a very, very important index that Wall Street watches, the government watches, lenders watches, banks watches, because what they look at is the change in U.S. single family home prices. All right. And what you can see is, and if we're in the business, we all remember 2007, 8, 9, and you can see it really went down there back in the day where we were giving money. And if you took a listing agreement for under 6 months, it might not sell. So you saw that bad. And then we jumped forward to where we kind of here before we got into COVID when it just absolutely skyrocketed. And again, it's starting to normalize itself. And if you kind of go back to say 2019, right before those big spikes, and it says 2021 on the bottom, we're just normalizing ourselves back in here. So next slide, Patty. So what we're talking about is again, we're trying to cutting out those years that were kind of false and then pushing it and seeing where that, and you're seeing here's another stat again. Sellers want more than buyers are willing to pay. So in Connecticut, right, we're going up, up, and up 8%, up 8%. We're going up, and up. In Florida, and a lot of the rest of the country this is where we're at. We're at a point, and if you bounce back to the beginning of this graph, it's 2021, and you can see where the median sales price is and the median asking price. And we went up and up and up and up and up. And now we're getting to a point, especially like in Florida, where a lot of now buyers are saying, hey, wait a minute. There's inventory. I don't need to spend that amount. There's, like, I think Ryan just said, one neighborhood of 70 properties. I'll go to the next house down. I'll go to the 10 houses down because someone's going to be a little bit more motivated. So, again, we're starting to see buyers starting to adjust, especially in markets like Florida, right? And then in Connecticut, we still just don't have the inventory. Patty, do I have one more slide?
No, you don't.
I don't. Okay.
No.
So I thought I had one other thing. So basically, as we've been talking, is nothing has changed much, right? It's we have we can talk about interest rates and everything. Only 16% of people are affected by interest rates, and they care about interest rates. People are going to buy. They're going to buy what they can afford. If they can afford $5,000 a month, they're going to spend $5,000 a month. If they can afford $2,000 a month, they're going to support two. They're going to spend $2,000 a month. Connecticut's been a seller's market now for years, and the home prices keep going up. It's not changing. Florida, for the last couple of years now, has turned into a buyer's market. As days in the market has gone up, we've seen home prices adjusting back down and settling in. But here's the thing, like I said, thousands of homes are going to be sold every month. Whatever market you're in, if you have the listings, you control the inventory. You control the market. The market has nothing to do for you. But the interesting, like we said in Florida, we're seeing an uptick in unit sales. Uptick in unit sales. So home prices might be coming down, but all of a sudden we're starting to see people buying again, whether that's secondary homes, whether that's military moves, whether that's people just moving up or downsizing. But you're still seeing that. And look, Naples, one of the it was number one in one poll, number three in another poll. Best places to move. So you're still going to get people selling in the North and the Midwest and buying in Naples, and they're moving there. And Boynton, at Bonita Springs. I mean, not Boynton Beach, that's in the East Coast, and Estero, and Fort Myers, and Cape Coral. They're still moving there. And then when you go over to the Panhandle, you still have a lot of Alabama, Midwestern, everybody moving there, retiring there, and then you still have the second home market. You have the prettiest beaches, arguably in the United States on the Panhandle, and the prettiest ocean. And they're buying there. They're going to move there with secondary homes. You also have the largest Air Force base, and military moves are starting that we're seeing from what I've been talking to a couple agents. They're definitely picking up. So you're still going to have activity. Go out and get listings, price them accordingly, be out there, prospect, because there's more buyers out there. There's more people out there. And whether you're in Connecticut or Florida, you have all these people doing different things and they need to buy, whether it's a seller's market or buyer's market. So if you're prospecting, talking to your sphere of influence, doing open houses, talking to your neighbors, doing all those things and talking about the market, being on social media and giving them stats about what's going on in the market, what's going on with interest rates, what's going on in your local community, because real estate is so local, they're going to work with you. They're going to work with you. And you're going to get business because, as Ryan said, we're seeing an uptick. We feel that the rest of this 2025, I think the second half of 2025 is going to be better than the first half for us because all the pendings, like you said. And if you get out there and prospect and talk to your sphere of influence, you're going to have business and you don't have to worry about the market. But just want you to be aware of where we're at. So, Patty, I'll kick it back to you.
Thanks, Pete. All right, we're going to turn it over to mortgage now. I think John is on. John is going to do our little presentation today. Are you on, John?
Yes. How's everybody doing? Obviously, always happy to have an opportunity to be in front of you guys. Kind of piggyback a little bit off of what PJ was saying, how rates really don't matter so much, right? It's more about getting out there, getting engaged with the clients, providing value, trying to see what they're going to want in the market, right? A lot of things we always get on here and we try to give you insight on the rates and things like that, but reality, like, that's not going to help get you a lot more business, right? We can always hear, and you probably always hear from a bunch of other loan officers out there, right? We have the lowest rates, best programs. We have all that, right? We have really competitive rates. We have access to pretty much every program out there. When something comes up and there's a scenario that doesn't fit a box or a lender we have, right? We have the ability to go find the lender that has that product. So I think the most important thing is, right, bringing value to your business, right? We try to be a true partner to your business, and providing value to you and your clients, right? So that's, I think, the biggest thing I want you guys to take away from this is aligning yourself with people, right? When you align yourself with different attorney or title companies, insurance people, right? You're trying to provide value to your clients. At the end of the day, I feel that's the biggest thing when you're going out there, confidence that, hey, I have worked with a great team. It's going to be a great experience for you guys. It's going to help you get more buyers, right? More listings. One of the things that we did recently, kind of made me start thinking about this is, I had a client, I did a really great job with it. The agent was really happy. She so happened to be the listing agent on a deal that Cliff had. When she saw the pre-approval and who it came from, she was like, oh, I had a great experience with John. I'll make sure the clients know that. So when they're having those competitive offers and they have pre-approval letters, a lot of listing agents, sometimes if you've been doing this long enough, sometimes that pre-approval letter is as good as the piece of paper it was on, right? It really matters who's behind it, who's doing the job. And that helped them get the offer, right? So I think that's some of the strength that we bring to you guys is knowing that you have confidence in your lender. It helps you have more confidence knowing when you are speaking with your agents and knowing when you're putting offers in that they're going to be qualified and we're going to get the job done for them. So hopefully we have the opportunity to start working with some of you. I know we've been picking up, as we said, it's starting to get busier, so we are getting more traction. For anybody that we haven't had the opportunity to work with, please reach out to us. Happy to talk with you, go over our process. If there are things that you guys, if you have worked with us, right, or things that you're looking for out of a lender that we have done or don't done that you like or don't like, please provide that feedback to James so we can keep constantly trying to improve our process and the service that we're providing you guys, right? It's very important to us because as a team, it takes a village to close a loan sometimes between all the different moving parts that go along with it. One thing I do want to mention that we have coming up on June 5th is we're doing a Mortgage 360 live webinar. So it's not just for C21 agents, it's for any real estate agents or anybody on there. It's just an open format where we can answer, address any questions, things that you guys are seeing out there to try to provide more value so that you have more knowledge out there when you're speaking with your clients, have more insight on the market, what's able to be done and whatnot. So we'll be sending out a link. I'll try to get it out here in the chat, but we'll send an email or have Kelsey send that out to all you guys. It's Thursday, June 5th at 2 p.m. And that's really all I got. So again, please provide any feedback that you guys may have for us so we can continue to provide better service to you all.
Thanks, John. Yeah, we'll get the link out as well. If you could, Kelsey could send it over to me too, so we can remind everybody. Thanks so much. Kel, are you on?
Yes, I am. Good morning. Good stuff so far, guys. Patty, next slide. All right. I am excited to let you guys know. We always try to keep things fresh or refreshed. We are going to continue with our Wednesday 10 a.m. calls. They have been town hall talks for the past, I don't know, 4 months, 6 months. And we've had some great attendance. And we seem to get a lot of you participating in on these calls when we can send out a subject matter ahead of time so you know kind of what we've been talking about. So Ryan and I and PJ were talking about it. What could we do to bring more value to you guys? So starting shortly, I think next week or the week after, it's still going to be the same, about 30 minutes Wednesday at 10 a.m. For Central Standard Time. That's 9 a.m. We're going to have specific topics each week, guys. This is all going to be about making you more profitable, more money, keeping you more engaged with both us and your clients, how you can be more efficient. So some samples of these calls are going to be closing skills, negotiating contracts, handling objections, pricing properly, money management and profitability, and more. So again, we're changing the call, the structure a little bit on these Wednesday classes. Again, it's probably going to be about 10 minutes on the topic, and then open up again to conversation and questions and things like that. So again, every Wednesday, we are very excited and look forward to seeing you guys on those calls.
Thanks. Those will be good. And another announcement we're going to do is we are going to kick off a productivity challenge contest to kind of get, stir up the summer a little bit, sizzling on the grill, sizzling in your business, whatever. So from June 15th to August 15th, we're going to run a contest on prospecting activities. You can get points or entries into the drawings. We're going to have throughout the contest and then grand prize drawings. So there's everything the things that are going to help turn into business for you, the phone calls, outbound prospecting, email sent, text messages, video texts, making a video and texting it out to people, open houses, follow up on open houses, new listings secured, appointment set, attending any classes, C21 classes or corporate classes. So you can jump on Kelly, Ryan, and PJ's new midweek momentum, that counts for an entry. And any referrals sent to Karen, placed with Karen Bobick, those count as well. So you'll get points for all these activities. You're going to have to report them. So we're going to give you a tracking form. You just scan it into Agent Services C21, every week to get into the drawing, and then for the grand prize drawings. We'll get that out to you guys so you have it. And then weekly, we're going to give two $25 Express Stock gift cards to the top, people we draw from. So you can have, obviously, the more activities you do, the more entries you have into the contest, better chance you have of winning. And then at the end, we're going to take all of the entries again and draw from that. And there's going to be third place $100, second place $250, and first place $500. Plus, we're going to do a social media post and a blog feature on the agent talking about the things they did to make their summer sizzle in the contest. This we're going to be holding. This is not just going to be stuff that you can do throughout the week. We're going to be holding in office get-togethers where we're going to do specific days and times for not just calling, prospecting. It could be you come into the office and you're sending group text to people. You're creating a video in the office and sending it out. So we're going to send out the dates that we're going to do them in the offices and have a little fun with it. Obviously food and always is fun to have too, but we'll be all together trying to do it at the same time, because the effect of all of us in the company making calls at the same time really does drive business. So keep an eye out for those dates, and we're going to kick it off on the 15th and get everybody going on that. And with Express Docs, you can do anything from ordering riders to postcards to business cards to magnet. There's tons of stuff in there you can use that stuff for. Next slide. So Social Media Specialist Club. So Alex and Olive have put together this Social Media Specialist Club. There's two components to it. So there is a Facebook page that you can join. You can scan that QR code to join the group now. They give great resources, ideas on how to post and certain things like that. There was a good one today that I saw about posting for your town, things to do in your town, $25 and under with kids or something like that. It was just those are really cool things to post, and it does grab activity for you. So, but along with that, they're doing live sessions. They're going to do every month one live session, meaning on the 17th, it's going to be live in Niceville on how to make an effective reel, but it's also going to be held over Zoom as well. So if you're in Connecticut, you can jump on that live session as well via Zoom. If you're, when it's held in Connecticut, it's going to be held in Connecticut in July. It'll be Zoom for everybody as well. So here's my thing. I think everyone in this company should be on that Facebook page. We have a very small amount now. I would like to see that grow, because even if you don't participate in it, you can really get the ideas when they post and see some ideas and repost and that sort of stuff too. So scan that when we put this, when we put the PowerPoint out as well for review, you can scan it there too if you didn't get a chance to scan while you're here. And thanks, Olive and Alex, for that. Tip of the month, and what it leads to is into the training, and it also, will help with the contest as well. I mean, do some research, do some analysis, and send that out to your prospects as well. You always want to turn your prospects into an appointment. So if you're sending them analysis or research, it's a perfect call to make, or a text, hey, can I go over those numbers with you? Here's a recent CMA of your house, thinking of selling. This is how much it's increased since you bought it 7 years ago, all those sort of things. So trying to turn the lead in. So research analysis are really key in farming. And that leads us to what the class of the month is. So every month, corporate has a class of the month. This month it's farming for lead gen. It's June 17th. You can get on it through University on C21 Online or 21 Online, or you can scan this right here to go. If you scan it from your phone, you have to be logged in on 21 Online for it to go directly there, or it's going to ask for the outside login, which you won't be able to do. You have to log into C21 Online first before you can scan that. Moxie websites. Everybody gets their own Moxie website when they come on board. They've created some new templates. So if you have not done any refresh on your website or need help with it or whatever, The templates are in there for you. So you go to 21 Online, you go to Moxie websites, you log in there, and you can change the look, the feel, anything of your website. We can assist you with it as well. Marketing can help you as well. But it's really pretty simple. It's kind of plug and play. I would jump in there and take a look. And there is a new SEO, first time SEO configuration. It's going to help with optimal crawling on search engines for you to be able to show up a little bit more, a little bit better. So, this is just a step. The scan here will give you a step-by-step instruction. You're literally just logging in and hitting get started, the configuration, and it walks you through. It asks you some questions in the wizard, and it will definitely, it's not something that's hard to do. You do have to get in there and do it. It's not going to do it on its own. It's not going to optimize on its own. So I would take a scan, or I would jump on and go into your Moxie websites and go into your SEO configuration and hop on that. Canva. So Canva, and I think one of the classes that Olive has done is Canva, or is going to do is Canva. A lot of our agents use it. You use the free version. It's absolutely usable, free version. You don't have to pay for a pro version. Now, what's happening is Century 21 Corporate is creating Canva templates in there for us to use as well. So, if you're doing, it's going to have the branding and all that stuff in there with our company name and that sort of thing. So you're just going to go into marketing and the marketing hub, and you can find the market update custom Canva templates in there if you want to use them. American Home Shield. So for any of you guys who have your clients using it, or you're using it, they've come up with this new video chat available. So, you're in your house, your hot water heater won't come on, or the flame keeps going out. You can actually, if you have the select Shield Complete or Shield Plus plan, you can live chat with a vendor, or a professional that can walk you through and say, hey, do this, try this, and maybe fix it. Or if not, listen, it's something that can't be done this way, you need to call somebody. So they just wanted to let you know that this is available, and continue to try to push American Home Shield with your clients, especially in this market. You want to make sure that they're getting the warranty if they want it. Make sure we know it's available. Kel, do you want to jump on the Facebook groups, or what want to do?
Sure. So, and I know it can be a little overwhelming. Join this group, join that group, and you barely even know how to sign on sometimes. But these groups that we tell you to join and point you in the direction of are important. So, Century 21 Corporate used to have their own kind of separate Facebook thing, and it was always hard to get to. They changed it to a exclusive Facebook group, so it's a lot easier to share. It's a great platform. Even if you're not actively communicating and participating, they do share a lot of insights, and there's a lot of collaboration among the worldwide network. So if you haven't joined this, please join. Either hit that QR code or do a search on Facebook next time you're on there. You do have to request access, and they have to let you in. So that is one group that we do recommend that you get on if you're not. There is also a new, and I see more and more people joining it. This is another Century 21 corporate Facebook group, but it's a referral portal. So you're going to want to join here. They have already over 3,000 members. Again, this is agents reaching out. Does anyone have a referral? Not everyone in the country has a Karen Bobick. So a lot of the agents have to reach out on platforms like this, but I have seen people looking for agents in Florida and Connecticut. So I see a lot of opportunities here. So if you're not on this Century 21 referral portal, definitely do a search and get on there. Next slide. All right, company updates with Mia and Karen. Let's go.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy, oh, it's June. I almost said May. It's not June. It's not May no more. So, we're at a time, I just put a listing on myself and I can already see our market's changing just a tad. Not for the bad or anything, but just different. We have sources that you can use to gain a business. For Florida, it's good to offer something like an agent generated referral in your market into, for example, Navy Federal Credit Union. You guys are right in their backyard. I had a nice agent reach out to me. She's like, Karen, I really want to help these people out. Can I do an agent generated referral into Navy Federal for them? Because they're going to have to come probably to the table with some money. And I think that this will at least help them a little bit after the fact, because you'll get your check in 3 weeks. And I said, absolutely. It's going to be a 25% referral fee charged to her, but she's going to be helping out her clients. And of course, her clients are going to be thrilled and whatever. She goes, well, actually, they're transferring to Tampa. Can I get it for them there? I said, absolutely, because we can do a broker to broker referral for them, and then we can flip it to Navy Federal. So not only are the people going to get their rewards from Navy Federal, cashback reward, but our agent's also going to get a referral check for that. So it's a win-win for everybody. And the business, like I've always said on these calls, and I'm sure you guys are sick of me saying, the spin-off business that you get from these clients is going to be unimaginable. And I always use Rosemary Russo and Joe Christ. When he knows he's up on for a listing for something and he's against somebody else, he pulls one of these hats out of his basket and uses it, because he says, I'd rather get something, I'd rather get the listing and something than not get the listing and get zero, because something is better than nothing in our business, as well as the business that you're going to get from them. As a matter of fact, Joe did an AARP for somebody. So not only are the parents selling their house, but of course their kids are going to be selling their house, and Joe's going to be their agent and going to be finding them a property. So it's a win-win all the way around. We have marketing material for these that you can do posts for on your Facebook and your Instagram pages. Just reach out to the marketing portal, which is fabulous, that you can use, and it's available to you. And if you don't have it, please reach out to Alex or Olive, and they can steer you in the right direction. All right, next slide, please.
I'm coming to take your vitals. Is that okay?
Yep.
So for May, for agent generated referrals, Elaine Abubakar actually placed 2 agent generated referrals. One was into, I think Navy Federal, and the other one was into Anywhere Military Benefits. They are both under deposit, and she's going to have 2 happy clients. One of them actually is a past client. So they just keep coming back because it's something that she can offer them that nobody else can. Well, some can, but not everybody. And Robert Hines, Robert actually placed one as well for his client. Next slide. We had 2 closed. Kate Lang's closed, and then Kiki's also closed. And I think Joe, oh no, Joe's didn't close yet. Joe's got another one. So thank you very much. And I'm sure that your clients appreciate it as well. Next slide. Another great source of passive income for you, your outbound referrals. Your business is important. If they are moving, or they have friends or family that are moving, or you have friends or family are moving, you can help them even though you're not in the state. All these agents placed referrals this month. Brent did a buy and a sell, and the listing's going up next week. Alma Hernandez's is I think almost just about under deposit. Aaron sent a couple, Gloria, Jill Rubino. Jill's is going up under on the market, I believe, this week, and Tanya Jones. So things happen when you send out a referral, and I can take care of that for you. Just call me, text me, email me, and I will set it up for you. Next slide. Now, these people actually, Jordan received 2 referral checks this month. Joe Chris received one. I forgot, I'm sorry, Phil Forsythe received one also this month. And Stanley's, I think, is under deposit and it should be closing or it may have just closed. So congratulations, guys. They've got some nice referral checks sent to them this week. And nothing's better than getting a nice check for making a phone call.
Thanks,
And
Kara.
that's all I have for now.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and this contest, make sure you take advantage. Make sure you call me. I answer my phone and we'll get it done.
Thanks.
Oh, Olga, I forgot. Olga sent 2 to San Juan. Sorry, Olga. She sent a listing and then a purchase. Okay, now I'm done. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Kara. Thanks all to all the agents as well. Kel, turn it back to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always have the pleasure during these meetings to welcome the new agents to our company. So I would like to welcome Lacey in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, Alex in Stamford, Connecticut, welcome, Kara in Naples, welcome, and Amanda in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. We also have Priscilla joining us in Naples. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We are, as Ryan started off the call, we are growing. We are excited always to have new faces joining our family. And I always appreciate how welcoming all of you are to everyone, making an exciting time when people join our team. So thank you. Is that the last slide?
That is.
Ooh. Ryan, PJ, you have anything else to say?
Yes.
Oh, good.
No, we're gonna let everyone know. It just the ink isn't dry, but next year's 20, what do they call it?
121.
121 now. Let's see, Century 21 convention. Again, ink is not dry. Going to be in April at the Bellagio in West Hartford,
Vegas.
in Vegas. So
My
hopefully
favorite.
everyone will be there. It's a good, be nice to be back to Vegas and Bellagio. You can't get any better, except if you're at the Wynn, but that's okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thanks, everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Nothing.